You already know you're doing too much, but every time you try to slow down, a meeting pops up. A quick favor turns into 3 hours. You blink, and another week has disappeared. The common advice, just rest. Take time for yourself. But let's be real. If it were that simple, you'd be doing all of that already. What most people don't understand is your body isn't wired to rest on command. You've been trained to hustle as a default mode. And that takes real strategy to undo. The good news, though, you don't need a weekend getaway or a full life overhaul to begin this. You just need one sacred hour, a weekly ritual to interrupt the hustle spiral, reconnect with you beneath the doing, and get intentional about rest for the upcoming week. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how Freedom Fridays works, why they're so powerful, and how 1 hour a week can completely shift the way you move through life. So let's get straight into it. Freedom Fridays is simple, but it's super powerful. No output, no performing, no fixing, just being. It sounds small, but in a world that trains you to prove, produce, and perform 24/7, this is a radical rest. It's not time management, it's actually nervous system care. Here's the truth. Most people can't rest, not because they don't want to, but because their nervous system doesn't feel safe slowing down. It's absolutely not laziness. It's wiring built over years of survival, overfunctioning, and performance-based worth. Freedom Fridays helps you put a stop to that pattern so you can stop running from one task to the next and actually learn to feel safe in just being. Okay, real quick. You want to know what's really blocking your soft life? Then here, I want you to take this quick 2-minute assessment, 9 questions that are going to answer that question for you. Check the link down in the description. So let's talk about what that hour actually looks like. This is not the time to scroll, not the time to check your emails. It's not even the time to catch up on rest or your to-do list like it's a task to check off. This hour is about nourishment. It's a release of tension and expectation that you've accumulated all week. It's a reward for showing up and a reminder that rest is part of your rhythm. So here's the flow. First, we celebrate our wins to give your brain that dopamine hit. Next, we hand out stickers to honor your rest that you did prioritize this week. Then we do a body scan to see what kind of rest your body needs most, so you can refill your cup instead of running on empty. And after that, we set a rest intention for the week. Then we create space for that intention by scheduling it or putting it somewhere you'll actually see it and remember to do it. So finally, we wind down for the weekend, and that's 3 steps. 1, we clear open tabs and emails and screen, things that are all running in the background because they're distractions, not priorities. Then 2, we pick a meal you wouldn't usually make because of time or any other restrictions. And then number 3, plan at least one fun activity that brings you back to life, not just to the couch. That might mean something like sitting in the sun, journaling, stretching, or listening to music that breathes life back into you. It's not about doing nothing. It's about doing something that brings you back to you. And here's where the magic happens. When you do this regularly, even just once a week, you start to notice how much of your schedule is about how much you get done, how often you override your body's signals, and how disconnected you've become from your own needs. But over time, now that you're doing this work, your capacity is going to grow. Not because you're doing more, but because you're finally holding space for you. This hustle spiral doesn't stop when the to-do list ends, because let's be real, the to-do list never ends. It stops when you decide to be more than what you produce. Freedom Fridays, this thing is not a luxury. It's a strategy. It's how you stop living on autopilot and start creating a life with you at the center. You don't have to work harder to get this rest. You are the reason for the rest. So if you're tired of surviving your schedule and you're ready to get that time back and make it about you, watch this next video. These 4 habits are keeping you trapped in hustle mode so you can finally break free without guilt. All right? See you in the next video.